George Russell is winning races, turning heads, and making F1 wonder. As contract talks heat up and rival teams circle like vultures, one burning question will not be stilled. Will Mercedes sign their young shining star, or let him slip away to greener fields? Russell has burst into the 2025 F1 season in style, poise, and pure speed, topping it off in perfect fashion, so far, with a dominant Canadian Grand Prix win, the fourth of his Formula One career. Add 4 more podiums over the first 10 races, and it's obvious. George Russell is not just potential, he's delivering. Currently, he is the closest challenger to the dominant McLaren duo of Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, and naturally, to the incorrigible 4-time world champion Max Verstappen. Yet, despite Russell's imperious campaign and a 63-point lead on his rookie teammate Andrea Kimi Antonelli, his future with Mercedes remains uncertain. His current deal at the Silver Arrows expires at the end of the year, and the F1 grapevine is in overdrive. Max Verstappen continues to be the talk of speculation over a Mercedes connection in top-level whispers. Russell, meanwhile, has been conducting his own market research, peering over the horizon and beyond Brackley. He's been spotted with intriguing paddock chats, chatting with McLaren driver Zak Brown and chief engineer Andrea Stella in Australia, embracing warmly with Alpine advisor Flavio Briatore in China, and even sharing reputedly unofficial talks with Red Bull team boss Christian Horner, a longtime admirer of the British ace, and his roll call of fans keeps growing. Aston Martin has now come into the mix, reportedly showing serious interest in securing the services of the 4-time race winner. But throughout all the rumor and conjecture, Russell's message has been crystal clear. His desire is to stay with Mercedes. With the comprehensive 2026 rule changes on the horizon, the Brackley-based team may be poised to reclaim championship success, and Russell wants to be at the heart of it. A decision may be on the cards, according to Automotor Unsport. Gossip in the pit lane is that Mercedes could confirm his extension on July 6th at Silverstone, a date of significance for his home Grand Prix, repeating his 2023 deal, which was reported at Monza with the since-terminated 2-year contract of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton then invoked a break clause to join Ferrari in 2026. After his win in Canada, Russell was calm and confident. As I've said so many times, I'm not concerned at all about next year. I know I'm going to be on the grid. I feel like I'm driving better than ever. I still have more in the tank. I'm ready to fight for a world title, he continued. Performance like today, and like Bahrain already this season, demonstrate that when we do get half a chance, we're there to take it. I'm relaxed, happy in the moment, happy with my racing, and taking it week by week. Russell was similarly honest about his dedication. I'm not talking to anyone else. Any teams that have shown interest, I've told them openly, my intention is to stay with Mercedes. That's always been the case. I'm loyal. They gave me my shot in Formula One. And on the Verstappen speculation, there are no hard feelings. Why wouldn't teams want Max? If every driver were a free agent next year, he'd be every team's #1 choice, and that's understandable. But in the end, there are only 2 seats per team. I know that if I continue like I am going, my seat is not in jeopardy. He could well be correct. With both Mercedes' young guns, Russell and Antonelli, scoring well on track, the argument in favor of stability is compelling. Why would you want to do anything to upset something that's clearly working? Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff echoed the same views at the Monaco Grand Prix. When questioned whether Russell would have to wait until September for clarification on his future, Wolff didn't miss a beat. George and I are completely clear on how this is going to go. There is 100% alignment. There's no dragging this on, because that's not how we do things. But even after Russell's standout performance in Montreal, it appears that timeline hasn't changed. After grabbing pole in Montreal last year, George Russell repeated the feat in 2025, edging out Red Bull's Max Verstappen by 0.160 seconds with a blistering 1 minute 10.899 seconds lap. The performance only fueled speculation about his long-term future at Mercedes, as questions continue to swirl about whether the Briton would sign an extension with the Silver Arrows before his current deal expires at the end of 2025. Asked about the situation during Sky Sports, F1's coverage following Russell's emphatic pole at Circuit de Villeneuve, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff admitted, "He's giving us all the reasons to do that quickly. We know what he's capable of doing, and he has been leading this team now since a while. He has the pace and the right attitude. He's been a Mercedes junior for such a long time, and we are on track and doing what we've always planned." Wool also admitted that Russell's Canadian Grand Prix victory won't influence the timing of a new deal, making it clear that Mercedes already know he can perform. Russell delivered a stellar weekend in Montreal, snagging pole on Saturday and following it up with a hard-earned win on Sunday, his first of the season and the team's first in 2025. Adding to the momentum, teammate Kimi Antonelli joined the celebrations with his maiden podium in third. Wolff, who had already praised Russell after qualifying by saying the 27-year-old was giving Mercedes all the reasons to lock him in, was asked again after the race if the victory nudged them closer to sealing a deal. But the Austrian downplayed any added urgency, emphasizing that Russell has consistently proven his worth since making the leap from Williams in 2022. "He's been so long with us, and he's growing the steps he's made from that young driver in Williams, then coming to Mercedes at a difficult time, being on par with Lewis Hamilton, and then since Lewis left, being clearly the senior driver in the team, and it comes natural," Wolff explained. "It's not like there's some politics he's just taken. The place that he merits and deserves, the ambiance in the team, is great, and we've agreed on some kind of timeline when we want to settle these things with triple headers getting out of the way in one race after the other, now in June and July. But we're going to get there. He's been a Mercedes junior in the same way that Kimi was since he was 16. So it isn't dependent on whether he wins a race, whether he performs, because we know he can." There was plenty of buzz leading into Sunday's race about the potential showdown between George Russell and Max Verstappen, especially with the two starting side on the front row, just 1 week after their heated clash in Spain sparked headlines when asked whether that prior incident might have lit a fire under Russell heading into Montreal. Toto Wolff reflected, "These two guys have sat in go-karts and racing cars for more than 10 years and have fought each other, and have known each other off the track as well. I think they are very civilized when they see each other. It's just on track, it's a fierce battle. Different characters, different personalities. I don't think that is particularly different going into the first corner. Whether there's Max's side or George's side, they just want to come out ahead. George Russell's future may be uncertain, but his message is crystal clear. He's ready to lead. Will Mercedes commit, or will another team steal the show? Stay tuned."